do want you to know is David Berto did steal that jersey. No one else has a jersey like that. We paid $10 for a mesh jersey, and Berto stole that jersey. I have Paul Bailey as my witness. All right, guys, listen up. You know, when Melanie first called me and she asked me, she says, hey, I want to put you on the program, propose a toast to the class. You know, my first instinct was to say to myself, Rodney, what are you going to say? You know? And then I tarried over the thought, you know, and after spending 20 plus years in the military and being able to travel around the world to see 27 some odd different countries and sit in on briefings for the Queen of England and the Minister of Defense over there, you know, I said, wow, you know, I can say something, but will it be accepted the way I prefer to deliver it? Now, I can stand before you and tell you all the accolades and achievements that I've made. Yeah, that would be nice. That's nice. That's good information. You know, you can walk away and say, wow. As Coach Earle would say, buddy. But you know, in that travel, you know, from going to Just Cause, Invasion of Panama, and Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and the Achilles, Laura hijacking the ships and traveling around, you know, and spending those 20 years in special ops. Everywhere I went, every place I was at, I would always say to myself, wow, if they could see me now. Little old country boy, Miss Clarice's oldest boy. If they could see me now, what would they say? And I would always say that, you know, if they could see me now. And then I asked myself one day, who is they? And I thought about my class. The people I grew up with from kindergarten, the first class that was integrated. We sit there and looked at Chip Payne and said, that white boy say something to me, I don't know. But I'm serious. Rod Jones had us packing butter knives in the first grade. It was on and popping. You know, Carla was the ringleader of the girls. Let's get them. But you know what? I'd always say, you know, if they could see me now, what would they say? You know, David said in the Old Testament, Mark, he said, there's going to come a time when you have to encourage yourself. And that's what I did. I encouraged myself and I thought about you guys and I said, if my class, the people I grew up with, the people I spent years day in and day out, what would they say if they could see me now? After all of the things that I've done, hanging with Rod, you know, and Peter, bless your heart, you tried. But they were you guys. I kept you in my heart, I kept you in my prayers. You know, I wanted you to be proud of me, even though none of you, except for that guy that's at the door, had an opportunity that was checking us in with the long hair. He saw me in my last 5 years as a drill instructor, and I was giving it all I had. I'm reminded of something Coach Earle told us years ago. He said, you're going to cherish this moment. We was getting ready to go out to the stadium and play our last football game, and he says, some of you, it's your last time putting on a helmet, putting on shoulder pads, suiting up. Cherish this moment. And I thought about it. I cherished this moment, and I did. I cherished the moments we spent together. And so I say to each and every one of you, to the class of 81, hear, hear.
Some songs that were number one in 1981 was Physical by Olivia Newton-John, Endless Love by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes, Kiss on My Lips, Hall & Oates, Celebration, Cool in the Game, I Love a Rainy Night, Eddie Rabbitt, Morning Train, Sheena Easton, Jesse's Girl, Rick Springfield, Private Eyes, Hall & Oates, Keep on Loving You, Rio Speedway, The One That You Love, Air Supply, and some headlines in 1981. See if you remember these and where you were at. Ronald Reagan was sworn in as the 40th President of the United States. The Space Shuttle Columbia makes its maiden flight. President Reagan is wounded in an assassination attempt. I know where I was then. I was on the way to Homer to play a baseball game on a bus. It was a tough day. It's tough to play on, but life goes on, right? Egyptian President Anwar Sadat is assassinated in Cairo. I remember that too. I was sitting with Mike Morris in our dorm room in Northeast. We watched it on TV. Sober in fact, our lives are still affected by things that are going on over there. Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer married. And anybody who took Mr. Garcia's algebra classes remember the 52 Iranian hostages. Remember he had it on the wall, counting down the days. They were freed after 444 days of imprisonment. MTV. It hadn't always been there. August 1st, 1981. The first video was Video Killed the Radio Star. Sandra Day O'Connor became the first woman Supreme Court Justice. Looks like we're going to have another one here soon. We haven't had others. A 7-week baseball strike, the longest in history, caused a split season. And John McEnroe won his 3rd straight Wimbledon title. Believe it or not, the first test tube baby was born 28 years ago, in 1981. And in 1981, Mrs. Bobbye Earle was teaching biology, and I still haven't turned in my notebook, I'm sorry. I didn't see the point in it then, I do now. She was still teaching biology at Farmerville High, and Coach Earle was leading the Big Orange football team to many victories. They're here with us tonight. Our special guest, would you welcome?
I don't have much to say. We run around these nights had it tonight. He's always catching with girls. Miss Watermelon, you know, we like the Miss Watermelon pageant. I wanted to tell y'all one thing that I tell people all the time, how much I appreciate your parents sharing each of you with me and Robert all those many years, because every day you are still a part of our lives, and when I say we love you, we really and truly do, and you'll always be a part of our life. And you know, teachers don't make lots of money, but money cannot buy the love that I have received from the students I have taught through the years, and how much I feel bad if I hadn't had you in my life. Now, this is something that I never did in real life, but I want to give y'all a pop test.
Ichthyology.